All right, guys, we're back on the wrecker. We're not back on the wrecker. I'm watching videos about wreckers. Cool. All right, guys, we're back on the trailer. I know I talked about the tilt deck, and we're going to do the tilt deck, but we're not going to do it right now. We are moving back to Utah, and I need this trailer to move some of my stuff. So we're going to get it ready so that I can actually pull it and get stuff on it. And then once we get set up in Utah, then I'll work on the tilt deck. So today I'm going to work on dovetailing it. We're going to come from like right here and cut back. So we're going to lose like probably almost 8 inches of height at the dovetail. And then we'll get some of these supports welded in. Yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut this piece out like halfway up. I'm not going to bother cutting all of it out because half of it's going to get removed when I dovetail it. But we're going to cut this out, and then we'll put this 2x4 by 3/16 rectangle tubing right here, and that'll be the height of the trailer at the very back. So you can see my mark I made right here. That's roughly 4 inches. So we're going to be losing about 8.5 or 9 inches off the height of this trailer at the back, which is awesome. It's going to be sweet. We'll get it cut out, get it cleaned up, and then we'll try to place this piece in and get it welded in, and then we'll start working on the cutting the dovetail. All right. All right, we got it all cut out. I'm just going to get the grinder and clean it up. I'm not going to bore you guys watching that, so we'll get it cleaned up, and then I'll show you guys before we get this piece cut and start welding it in. All right, we got it all measured out. I cut this real quick. We got this cleaned up. We'll set it in there, tack it, and then we'll see what happens. We're going to tack this side and then come over, clamp this side, and then start welding. Ugh. Probably help if I turn my gas on. Ah, she should weld. Much better. There we go. A little bit of a gap, but that's all right. We can fill it. See what we can do now. Got both ends welded up. I'll show you what they look like real quick. Oh, not too terribly bad for how dirty this freaking metal is. Should hold though. So now you can kind of see the tail lights. Will get all plasma those out, and all of my tail lights right here. Got some of the 3-in-1s of the blinker, brake and reverse lights, and then the 3 marker lights. The rest of this will get cut off and dovetailed up. We'll keep going at it. I'm gonna do a couple welds across the bottom here. So we got the back piece welded up. You can see right here, we're gonna start here, and then we're gonna dovetail up right here. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to make it so I can cut that in a straight line. Let's figure it out together. Alright, let's see if this will work. Straight edge. Okay, hold tight. We're gonna have there and there. That's gonna be sweet, guys. Alright, folks. Kind of a mess, but it's about as far as we're gonna get before the sun goes down. So I think that's gonna work really well. That drops that trailer edge so much for getting stuff up on there. So it's gonna be sweet. It is the next day. Well, it's afternoon the next day. I don't wake up early due to my work schedule. So we got this whole section cleaned out. I got all the crap cut out. I'll get this backside welded too. And we'll get this part cut out right here. It is another day working on the trailer. Today I am trying to do extensions off the side to widen this deck. At the same time, I'm trying to make it wide enough that I can keep the RV steps, because it'll be super nice to get up onto the trailer deck. Because the end goal is to have like a cowboy camper and then this be a deck. But I'm trying to save some money by using these 3x3 square tubing that were the extensions for the slide outs, and I'm going to try to use those to extend the bed just because of how expensive steel is. I'm trying to purchase as little as I have to, so I just need to get measured out. I'm trying to come 16 inches off. That's about how wide I need to be. So I've got about 81 3/4 inches. So from there, 16 inches covers the whole thing, but there's no reason. I would say 13 would be fine. Okay, so that helps us. So if I do 13 inches on each one, but it should be able to get me 6 of these each, which leaves enough left over that I'm okay because I already cut that one. But we're good with that length. Alright, we got 6 of them cut. I got to get ready for work here shortly, so I'm not going to cut any more, but I'm going to try to figure out the spacing on them. I don't need to worry about right here because this is all going to be angle iron, but this is where all the wood will start, is on the flat part of the deck. Like that. Let's measure this out. Alright, I've got, go with 278 inches divided by, what, 12 on each side? I've got 12 of them. I can't do the whole length because the tires got to be specifically in a spot to get supports in between them. So I'm going to measure this one and then measure the one after the tires, and then the tire ones are just where they are because they've got to be in a specific spot, but then these will be equally distributed as well as up there. So this one was 54, I believe. Yep, 54. So 54 divided by 2 is 27. So I'd have one right there. And then that would be 27. And that would be 27. Perfect. We'll just go from there to there, 128 and a half. So 128 and a half. I gotta figure out how many I've used already. 25 and 5/8. Oh my gosh, what? Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we got it all figured out. My phone died, which is the crappy thing I'm filming with, but I had to clean up because I got to get ready for work right now. Just wanted to show you guys what I got done. So I ended up having to cut this piece right here out in order to space these evenly. So I cut it out. There was a big hole, and then I welded it in. I welded a new piece into the beam, and then I'll fish plate it on the back just to make sure it's secured up good, and then the first extension will come right off of that plate. So all right, it's a couple days later since I last talked to you guys, talking about getting these side extensions put up, but here we are. We're going to start getting them put up. I got the first one grinded up and ready to rock and roll. So let's go down quite a bit. 1.5 inches. One down. That ain't going nowhere. We'll move on to the next one. Let them cool down and then get the tops and the bottoms. Now that I got all showered up, I wanted to come out and talk about like what the actual plan is, because I feel like I don't talk enough in my videos. I can, I just forget to. But anyways, so the frame rails are 6 feet apart from each other, and I want an 8-foot deck for the trailer. I'm doing 8'2" because my extensions are 13 inches. So the full width of the deck will be 8'2". The side extensions that I'm doing right here, that you're watching me do right now, they're 1.5 inches lower than the top of the rail, so that when I put my 2x12s or 2x10s, whatever I do for the decking, they'll be flush with the top of the I-beam frame. That way, the top of the beam is exposed, and I can weld heavy-duty D-rings down the rail for strapping cars down on my rock crawler and whatnot. The decking will come to right here where it starts to dovetail, and then the dovetail will be all angle iron, just like on a normal dovetailed flatbed you see. And then there will be angle iron ramps that will pivot on the back on a hinge, and they can come all the way down, which will make the deck flat, or they can go up vertical. That's the plan. All right, we got 2 of them welded up so far. There's those ones. I'm just now realizing, I don't know how I didn't process it in my brain, but these tires, once there's a load on them, are going to be too high for the deck. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put these ones, these ones, to do a wheel well for the axles. So I got to figure that out. I got one more extension put here, and then I can't decide with me wanting to do a cowboy camper, so putting a truck bed camper on the front of this. If you haven't been able to tell in previous videos, the beam starts right here and comes out, and so I'm trying to decide if I should raise this and do a solid deck, or if I should leave this lower. If you're watching this, leave a comment what you think, if I should raise this up with some 2x4 rectangle tubing to even it out, or if I should leave this a lower spot. We got done what we could tonight before the sun goes down. That's going to be it for this video. Next video, I'll finish up doing the extensions on both sides. Gotta get some more steel to do it all up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment on what you think I should do. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you bitches next time.